looks like the sun is giving me just a peek. Just a peek. Just a peek. As you see, y'all see what we're into today.
Yeah,
we're gonna do
man, I
some of
remember
these
being
shots.
so naive when life was good, weather and palm trees. Back
I already
in the
took
day,
one off.
you were everything I need.
Guess the driver's
But
side.
then along came a time
See
when
how
you
that
crushed
is
my dreams. Oh yeah, you
looking
played
right
me
there.
like a fool when you
Didn't
made
mean to
me
take
believe
that plate off on the top, but I did, and boom. It didn't act crazy on. So we already got one in. We already got one installed. We're gonna show you I'm gonna show you how to put the left side in, because you have to have the right side and left side. You can't, put the right on the left. It has to. They're made for a specific side. One's for the drivers, one's for the passenger. So I'm gonna show you how to do that, and then we also still gotta get the back ones done. So we got our work cut out for us. Let's get into this. I could be in a rock band. All right, now it is the top of the morning. Well, actually, it's an afternoon now. It's probably around about 2 o'clock. But I did get up bright and early for this. Going in, if you look, you see this is a brand new shock here. So this is what they call a coilover, because it automatically comes with the spring on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's one unit. So the only thing we had to do is we had to take this off. That's part of the control arm system. This piece here, that's with the brake, something for the brake, with the brake line, of course, and then the ABS sensor. So, and the ABS sensor is down here, and they had to take this. Then you take this little clip off right here. Take this little clip off, and it's pretty simple. Then, of course, these two big old, huge old bolts. So that's what, 1, 2 down here. It's the other one right here. Yeah. So pretty much that, and that's it. And then you come to the top, of course, and you're gonna take these, all 3 of these, 1, 2, 3, loose. Do not take this loose. I repeat, do not take this loose. Spray this red, because don't mess with this. Don't mess with this. This is not your business. Only do these 3 here. And that's after you take this. I had to take this. What's this, like some kind of bar, stabilizer bar for? I don't know. I wouldn't call it. Like they do it for the racing systems. I don't know. But anyway, somebody else knows better. But let's get to the other side. Quick note. You want to make sure you leave these loose, these 2 loose, because you have to put this bar back on first, and then you put the nuts back on and bolt it back down. Okay, so make sure you do that, because that arm is going to go from over here all the way up to over there. Okay, let's see. So that's off. So make sure you wait. That's the last thing. And we got our brand new coilover shock. See it there? And then these are our tools we're going to use. Oh, wow. That so-called beautiful day turned into a little rainy day. But hey, gotta still get the job done. Okay, so we're going to go here first. What we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 bolts out first. We're going to take this one and this one here. We're going to take those 2 bolts out. Okay, 1 and then 2 down here. We're going to take this clip off. We're going to take this bolt out, this nut off. That's part of the control arm, and what sway bar for the control arm. And then I'm going to take this part loose. That's part of the ABS system, and it holds the brake line. See that? Holds the brake line for the brake fluid. Freaking motor mount and stuff. I can't even get to the whole arm because there's a bolt over here under that mount. That motor mount that I cannot get to, so I'm gonna have to have somebody do that for me, unfortunately. But let's get to the bulk of what we can get to, and then of course we're gonna go up top and take those 3 nuts off. I already got a couple of them started off, and then we'll get the other one off. Okay, so let's get into this 18-inch socket, and with our driver, we're gonna pop that all over. There we go. There's the money. There we go. You see? That's all you need of that. Now when you're replacing these, and I know these are actually bad on this car, as you can see, look at that. They are bad. So, but unfortunately we'll have to use them for right now. We'll, you know, change the shock out and we'll get to that. All right, now let's deal with this here for the ABS, and that's for the brake line. We're going to deal with that. And we're going to use a, 12-inch socket and a 10. So we're going to put the 12 up here first, work that off, and then we're going to go down here and get the sensor, which the sensor is actually here. That's where the brake sensor is. And take our little stubby cubby. Come on. There you go. You want to make sure you keep up with all your bolts, nuts, any washers, whatever. You don't want to be losing stuff. Maybe get you a little cup. Maybe a little bowl or something to keep that stuff, if that's what you need. And see, that's for your brake line. Just want to keep that out the way. All right, next we're going to use our 10-inch socket, 10-inch, and we're going to go down here to the ABS sensor. And you can kind of feel it if you have to look back there. I already know it is where it's at because I did the other one, of course. So, plus you can just follow the line, ABS sensor line, and then you take it right on off. ABS sensor. You want to make sure that you clean that off, okay? Just take a towel. You're going to take a towel and wipe that off. Kind of clean it up a little bit. You want to kind of keep it free of debris. You should get some more. They're not that expensive if you could, but unfortunately, like I said, right now we're just going to use what we got. We're just take a little towel and see that? Just clean them up right there. It's as good as it's going to get for right this second, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty then, my other shock just got delivered by the missus. Okay, so now that we took that ABS sensor off, or loose rather, we're going to take the whole clip off. It'll just pop right off. See that? Pop that off, and you're going to set that over to the side. Now you can work these two bolts, and that's the only other thing that you're going to need to get off. Let me check. Boop, 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 boop. Yep, just these two bolts. And then, of course, the top. You're going to go to the top and take those off, and boop, this thing will come right out. Alright, so okay, we're going to use the big boy. This is the biggest one we've got right here. We ought to be able to get busy with this. And I'm going to take that 7/8 socket on there. We're going to pull on this bolt here. Yep. Let's see here. Okay, it looks like we're going to have to hold that back. Okay, so let's take two sockets here. We're going to use the 7/8, but we're off. I think we're just about there. Where it puts us where we need to be. Probably should be going back with some Loctite, but I'm not right now. I got to get these redone anyway, so I'll get that handled later. All right, let's see what we got. Got a mallet here. Big old John Henry hammer. We're gonna get these two bolts. 1, 2. Like I said, I had a little Loctite on there or something. So we're gonna get these two out. And that's gonna release down here. So everything will be done down here. Then we're gonna go up top and get those bolts off so we can pull this out. And we got the jack down here. Let me show you guys this jack. Got the jack down here. Up under here. Okay, just in case that moves. All right, so matter of fact, let's look like this first. Yeah, we only need the screwdriver to get in there after. Look at that. See how it kind of fell? You want it held up by the jack. Make sure you're doing that. You don't just want it to go everywhere. There we go. All right, now we got to release. That's the release date. Okay. So we got those big bolts. You want to make sure you keep all your bolts. You don't want to lose anything. You don't need to lose anything. You do, you'll be sorry about it. Alright, so basically, she's free. Ready to go. Alright, now we're back up top. So we're going to get these. We already got these two off. And of course, we're going to use the new ones that they provided. We're going to get this one off. Only one, do not take this off. Do not take that. Don't take that off. Leave that on. It's a must. Hear me again. Don't take that off. Make sure you take 1, 2, 3 off. And when we take this one off, we'll be able to get that shock out. Here. All right. Little, force it a little bit. Short. Long too. Now you can actually do this by yourself, but it would be cool to have assistance if you did. Now these are off. Let's go back down. All right. Now, as you see, it's pretty loose. See that? Pretty loose. Okay. So you see it's coming apart right here. I'm gonna take and get that off. All right. See that? One unit come right out. Ooh. Okay, so this is right on the top. This is that nut that I was telling you about. Do not remove. And this is, of course, that was on top of it as well. Warning: spring under compression. Do not remove nut. Serious injury may result. You don't want to find out. You're just gonna kind of work it in position. You kind of get it in the vicinity. The shock is supposed to go a certain way. Just kind of lean it right there. I'm gonna hold it up from top. All right. And when you're holding it up, you're holding the shock up. You want to hurry up and get it up there and kind of hold it up and get anything to hold it. You don't want that thing to fall because it's not light. All right, since we got the bolts on, just kind of holding it, and it's just sitting on that boot right there, we're going to work down low, and we're going to get all this hooked up first and then go back up top and secure that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our big bolts in first. Get this worked in. There we go. We're gonna put this back on first. Like I said, make sure you put some nuts up there. That way, this ain't slipping all the way down. And we're gonna put the bottom one in first. There we go. Possibly, I say do this bottom one first, but you know what? Top one to go on first. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, buddy. Treat me like somebody I know. All right, there we go. Good grief. Sometimes it'll be like that. Like I said, that's gonna stabilize it. So we can work with this one. We'll get this one in. There we go. Like I said, we'll jiggle it and it'll work itself in. All right. I don't think we need to hold this one, but held the other one, so. We got these two bolts tight. We're going to put everything back. And now get busy in reverse. And that's that. Now, put this clip on. That's for the ABS sensor wire. Goes right back on, no problem. Only other thing you're needing is to get that bolt in here. See that? And we're gonna do that right now. and we'll just lock her down. And there we are. Tidy, tidy. All right, then you're gonna come back up top, and like I said, these two, since the shock is already pushed and it's held up and everything's pretty much bolted up down there, it's not gonna move anywhere up here. So we'll back these off, put those over there, and just because they gave us these, we're gonna use these, okay? Why not? They're newer than the old ones there. And where our washers were, one was there and one was here. It wasn't one here. I don't know if it was supposed to be, but it wasn't one. So what are you gonna do? Take our bar. Now we can bolt all these down because, like I said, we're done with both shocks. Both shocks are in. You can go back and check everything, but you can go ahead and bolt down your stuff up top here. Now I did find that right here, what it was, okay, all these are the same, but on the other one they were a little bit different. These nuts were the same, and this was a different diameter, I guess. I don't know, but 15-inch socket. All right, then you're just gonna go back and check over your work. You see that you got it bolted down. These are tight, super tight. Everything's good, brand new. And your shock is in, coilover shock. You got everything that you took loose back where it was supposed to be. Check everything. Check over it, because you don't need any of this stuff coming loose on you when you're driving. And put our tires back. All right, now we got the front done. As you can see, it's hiked up a little more. And we need to get the back done. But in order to do that, I know we're gonna have to take this seat out. So what you're gonna do is you yank up on this seat in the corner. So about right here, you're gonna yank up on it. So see that? And that'll come right out, both sides. There you go. Then you're gonna come to the back seat and mess. It's up under the seat. So then you're gonna take your wrench and extension here, rather. There's 4 bolts you have to take out for the seat. One right here in the corner, one here, one there, and one on the other corner. So there's 4 bolts. So I just set them right here. And we're gonna try to lift up on this seat. Now, now we did take the seat belt off over there, okay? Where I told you, down here is where the seat belt is. And take it loose right here, okay? Yeah, take it loose right there. I don't know if you see it. There's a little bolt right there. Right there. You're gonna take it loose. But instead of doing that, let's just do it like this. We're gonna, since the seat is already moving, let's just get these, 3 screws out right here, and then the seat belt is attached up top. So let's do this. And it looks as though there's 3 screws. Instead of taking that loose, the bottom, that seat belt, let's just move the seat belt itself. There we are. And one big one, one long one. You got, here, let me show you. Got one long one here and 2 short ones. So, all right. And now we can move that seat belt all the way over and take our seat all the way out. All right. And like I said about the seat belt, you're just gonna move it over. You know, take those 3 screws out at the top. It's gonna be the same thing for the middle seat belt. There's a middle seat belt there, and you're gonna do the same exact thing. But there's only 2 screws there. Both Phillips screws, and take them out, and boom, your back seat's out. That way you're gonna be able to access. We're gonna be able to access our shocks. Ooh. Everybody else get a break. Boss. Now before we get to the shock, because you can see that's where the shock tower is. Shock tower is here. That's one screw or one bolt. Then you got 2 and then 3. There's a third one in the back. So we're going to take this one out. That's where the seat belt is. So we're going to take that out. That way we can get to all 3 of those, and then loose and unscrew them for the top, and then we'll go to the bottom. I don't think I need to necessarily move that. So that's what we're going to do. Take that out, the one over there, and then that one there back. That's only 3 that I believe we need to get out, and then we'll be released from the top. All right, now in order to get these 3, I had to peel this back. In order to get those 3 bolts, or nuts that go on the top for the shock, I got them, but in order to get them, you're gonna need a 12-inch socket. So a little 12-inch wrench, but this is all I had. That's not enough leverage to break the seal. It just wasn't enough, because this is a little mini. But this is all I had. I didn't want to run to the store. So I got this from a jack or something. So just get you some leverage. And all I did was put it here on the socket or the nut. And then I used this pole just enough to give it some leverage. And it broke the seal. And so all of them broke now. And it'll be much easier for me to get out and work it that way instead of going through any other hassle. So that's how you do that. In just a second, all will be revealed, children. I'm gonna take all this wheel off. Now we're at the gusto. So it's almost just like the front, only it's the back. But another thing is, going in the back is going to go just about like straight up instead of to the side just a little bit, or but it's going to go straight up and down. So okay, and then just as we did in the front, we're going to take our, what is this, our 19-inch socket, break the seal. We already broke that, and we're going to work it off. You remember, you got this one bolt and you got one right up under it here. So we're going to take these 2 out. We already took this loose for the cable for the brake line. And this, what do we have over here? Oh, we have this steering for the steering link, or the sway bar rather. Okay, so we're just going to put that bolt back on there, the nut back on there. That way we don't lose it. Just let it sit while we finish the job. Plays so lovely, don't you agree? Lexus Chapter. I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty that possesses inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easy. But yep. All right. Then we get that off, and let's see if we can get these bolts running right on out of here. Probably not. I don't know how this is gonna fall or not. All right. Just had to shake it a little bit there. Now let's get his little brother out. Let it down with the jack. Let the jack down. See that? Now that is what I call a beautiful thing. And here goes the warning up top here, telling you don't take that top one off. So we already pulled that one out. Wasn't too hard to pull out. Now let's go back up in here. But I know I still gotta align the holes off up top. Thought I'd put a little more light on the subject. Now what I did is I just took it, and obviously you can see I moved it over just a bit. I moved it over just a bit. Let me get you guys closer. I moved it over just a bit, the shock itself, and I just put it up there straight, kind of put it up straight. And as you see, it's resting. I got a WD-40 bottle under there, kind of resting on that. But that's pretty much where the shock is going to sit, and then you're going to work, you know, work it, get this piece back in there and all that. But it's up there, the tower's up there, and I can get to the 3 prongs, or the 3 heads for the bolts, nuts there rather. And as you can see, we got the one, and that one in the back, and then the one over here. See? So they're all up now, and we're gonna take the new ones we got with them. We're gonna put that on there, and then we'll be done up top, and we're gonna link, you know, put everything back in reverse on the bottom, put the wheel on, and that's pretty much it. Okay, see, we got back there, and like I said, you can see the seat and everything. Everything's all back in, almost like magic. Car sitting high, you know, even, you know, all the way around. That's how it goes, baby. I'll make sure to catch me in the next one. I got some big things coming up. Got to get some work, a little more work done to this truck. Like I said, we're gonna get the summers coming up, so hopefully I'm gonna get to Daytona, probably take a trip down there. So and some other things coming up, so just y'all stay tuned, man. And as usual, big on the set, what they said, part. So I skip straight ahead to the bread part. Top dog, I'm cool on the chit chat. Fuck with the kid, know I got to get paid. Keep it real with you, I've been in the field.